Traditional phone systems are not suitable for our current hybrid work environment. In this video, I'm going to share with you how we compare Dialpad, which is a cloud-based telephony system, to traditional phone systems and why it's time to make the switch. My name is Pete Moriarty, and we help business owners to systemize, organize, and scale their businesses using Google Workspace and other technology tools. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's great to have you here. We're talking about phone systems and in particular, cloud-based telephony in this video. And I want to tell you about how our changing work is really changing the tech that we need to use in our communications with our team members. Now, the pandemic happened and everyone was thrown home and given a Zoom account and just kind of said like, well, make it up as you go along. Just use your mobile phone for your business calls. But for many small business owners in our customer base and in our audience, we saw some pretty big problems quickly emerge with that. Now, we've been running a remote team for over 7 years now, and so it is well within our stable to comment on what it's like to run a remote team and to try and communicate with customers. And going straight to mobile phones is a big no-no because it causes all kinds of bottlenecks in the business, like you, the business owner, receiving direct calls from customers or customers learning the direct mobile numbers of your staff and then calling staff directly and potentially calling the wrong person. You might have a staff member leave and then customers are calling them, but they're not in the business anymore. It just turns into a complete mess. But many traditional phone systems do have some kind of remote access, even if they have a VoIP type hosted service of some sort. But for many of them, they are not really adequate to the modern business. And so I'm going to share with you a couple of the benefits of using a system like Dialpad compared to a traditional system. Now, remote work is a game changer, and we're probably not going back ever to the pre-pandemic days of everyone going to one office and working in one place. And so what that means is being able to work out and about while on the go is a part of the norm, but also being able to work flexibly, work from home, work from a home computer potentially, or at least work from devices in different locations. Now, there's also been the emergence of completely remote businesses with remote staff at home 100% of the time. We are one of those businesses. We have been for over 7 years now. And so businesses that are looking at new ways of working are going to move to more decentralized structures where you're less likely to have one centralized location with hardware or software or something installed in one place, and more move to a model where your team are just connecting to their work from any device at any time. And so if you're still relying on traditional technology where, for example, you have a physical installation of a phone system sitting in an office, or maybe you have a piece of technology which works great in one city or in one country, but as you move to different locations, it starts to run into issues. Like, for example, if you have international team members and the connection is slow over the additional internet between different countries. The challenges that can arise for business owners when you're running a remote team are typically around visibility. Now, we have other videos on how to manage a remote team, how to keep your remote team motivated, how to work on your culture with your remote team. But if you have technology which is not giving you good flexibility of what's actually going on in your business, well, that can really hold you back. So how do you get visibility of phone calls? Like, what does that even look like? For many business owners who have a business phone system, your only source of records or reporting or insights from your communication system with your team members is literally a list of call records, which is not really helpful at all unless you want to see how many times Bob called that one particular customer. With a system like Dialpad, though, you get advanced analytics which show you everything that's going on in the communications telephony of your business. And what that allows you to see is who are your top performers on your calls. It allows you to see who particularly needs some help with some coaching if they're a little bit slow on the productivity side of things. But it also lets you know every single call in and out of your business, who answered, who replied, how long the call was for, whether or not it was recorded, and even transcriptions of those calls as well, if they've been saved. So Dialpad gives you visibility as a manager or leader in a business to really see what's going on with the communication in your business. And what I really love about that personally is it allows my team members to work with and coach their teams into high-performing teams. This is not about getting anyone in trouble if you haven't made enough phone calls or anything like that, but it gives my managers a finger on the pulse. So imagine a sales manager who's able to see who their top callers are and maybe go to that person and say, hey, cool, can you, maybe share some tips and some tricks with the rest of the team here? But that's just one feature, the very basic reporting of Dialpad that is really killer. There's also some pretty other magic features that come into it as well, including voice intelligence. Now, voice intelligence allows you to see what's going on inside your business through live transcription of your calls. Now, what it does is it will actually record calls, it will automatically transcribe those calls, and it will do some really groovy things like automatically search for any action items, automatically recognize names like your business name and include that in a call notes. And from there, you can also have something called sentiment analysis performed automatically, which gives you an idea of how your team members are going with delivering customer service and how the customers are reacting to those calls. What that gives you is visibility in just how your team are delivering. And especially if you've got teams that are customer service focused or project focused, you want to make sure that your customers are having a great experience, and voice AI is something that's going to allow you to do that. Now, typically with a phone system that requires some kind of installation or setup by someone, you're going to be paying additional fees when you make changes, when you make upgrades, when there's new versions released, or you'll be changing your desk hardware from time to time. Now, one of the advantages of working with Dialpad over a traditional phone system, which requires hardware and upgrades and changes all the time, is typically you'll need somebody to be paid by the hour to come in and change extensions, to update things, to maybe even change the settings and that kind of thing. Or you have to even contact customer support or a help desk to do that for you. Whereas with Dialpad, you do not have to use any hardware on the desks if you don't want to. Most of our customers will just use a headset for their computer or your favorite Bluetooth headset for your mobile phone to connect to their business calls. But you are also able to change all of the administration settings yourself with a really easy to use admin panel. And what that allows you to do is set up any call queues, voicemails, any of the other features like routing, after hours, before hours, all those kind of things, and call transfer settings right from within the admin panel. And it's something that is easy enough for you to do. Now, of course, support team on hand if you do need any help, but it really changes the game for phone systems in putting the control and the power back into the hands of the entrepreneur or the IT manager. The reasons we chose to work with Dialpad when compared to other online hosted telephony systems is it's easy to install, it's easy to manage, it's super user-friendly in the way that you manage users, and it's built by one of the best teams of ex-Googlers available today in Silicon Valley. We really love working with Dialpad, and that's why we became a global partner of theirs. Now, if you're interested in integrating Google Workspace with Dialpad, well, they work hand in hand together as well, which is really great. While you have a call open, you're able to see any emails, any contact notes. You're able to see any calendar events between yourself and the person that you're on the phone to, because Google Workspace has automatically synchronized all the contacts straight into Dialpad. What that means is you've almost got like a mini CRM right in front of you when you and your team are making calls. So if you're interested in this kind of tech in your business, we have an exclusive offer for you. We will give you a 14-day free trial to Dialpad, and we will actually implement it for you with our professional support team, free of charge, and you only need to proceed and purchase licenses if you absolutely love the software. If that's something you're interested in, jump at the link below and drop your details in, and we would love to get you started on a trial of Dialpad. Our team are ready and waiting to help you out. If you're new to this channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button so you can check out any of our future videos. We have playlists on the channel taking you through each different stage of business, at what stage you should be focusing on which different piece of technology. And if you're a Google Workspace user, well, this is the place for you to learn everything you need to know about Workspace. And we also have some great offers below for those already subscribed. Click the link down below. Give us a thumbs up if you like this content. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. If you have any questions, our team will be happy to help. Take care.